Hello! I'm live, you guys! I'm so excited! I've never gone live before. This is my first live. Hey! So, I don't know if anybody will jump on. It's kind of a weird part of the day. But I wanted to try this and see how it works, because I don't know how it works. Sorry for my thumbnail. I was not expecting that. So I was like, take a picture for your thumbnail. And I was like, so that's what it is. But, so I'm on my way to work, as always, and for the purpose of my video being viewed later, I'm going to do my intro. So, hello. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Christina, and I live in Mexico. I crossed the border to go to work, so while I wait in line, I like to make videos talking about my life, daily life, stuff that's going on in this crazy world. So I hope that you guys hang out and subscribe. And for my returning lovers, hi guys, thanks for coming back. I love and I appreciate you all. So, I am going to be talking about forcing your teenagers to go somewhere that they don't want to go. Now, I don't physically have a teenager. My oldest is 11, and so he's definitely getting there. Like, he's getting that attitude for sure, but he's not necessarily a teenager yet. So I can't say from my own personal experience. However, I do have siblings, and they're teenagers. So, well, they were teenagers at some point. They're grown now, but so I do have a little bit to say on it. But I basically thought it'd be a good conversation. I know I like to talk about family stuff and put out my opinions and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, so I got the idea from this lady that posted on Facebook. She said, do you force your children to go with you, teenagers specifically, to go with you even if they don't want to? And so there's kind of like a lot of questions, like, where are they being forced to go? Like, is it something that they absolutely need to go to? You know, I would just leave them home. Why force them to do something that they shouldn't have to do? A lot of people were saying, like, don't treat them like objects, treat them like people. Like, you wouldn't force a person to do something that they don't want to do. And other people were like, well, you're the parent and they're the child, so you should make them do what they need to do. It's, for example, if a kid in high school says, well, I don't want to go to school today, are you to be like, oh, okay, well, you're your own person, so you can make that decision? No, you better get your butt up and go to school. Like, right? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. So I feel like there's definitely certain reasons that you need to keep your foot, put your foot down and make them do what they need to do. In my opinion, if there's something like, oh, we're going over to grandma's tonight for dinner and they don't want to go, I don't know. I'm so open. I can go back and forth on it, because one part of me thinks that they should stay there and they should go and visit family while they can and appreciate those moments when they can, because as they get older or they're done with high school and they go off to college or whatever their situation is, or maybe that family member, you know, passes away and they didn't get those memories with them that they should have, you know, I think it's important to make sure that family is hanging out with family no matter what. Like, apparently if your kid doesn't feel good or they're like sick and they want to stay home, like, that's a whole nother story. But if they just don't want to go because they just don't feel like it, like, I don't know, like, you need to be involved in your family. And I feel like that's a lot of times when people don't force their children to be involved in family things, then they end up, you know, getting involved in things that they probably shouldn't be involved with because they have that freedom. And I'm not necessarily saying that if you let your kids stay home that they're going to get in trouble. That's not what I'm trying to say. But if they get used to the fact that you don't care if they go with you or not, and they end up going with friends instead or whatever, then that just gives them more of an opportunity to get into trouble, when if they were spending time with their family, then they wouldn't have even been in that position in the first place. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how I feel about that. I think that family is so important, and I know that kids that have a close family dynamic can end up being better off than a child that does not have that family dynamic. And, you know, if they don't have family dinners every night and they don't do things as a family together weekly and stuff like that, and they just kind of are allowed to, you know, run free and do what they want, they can end up in more trouble. I know a lot of parents will keep their kids busy with like athletics, softball, soccer, dance, cheerleading, you know, like whatever activity they decide to do, because that activity keeps them busy. A bored kid can turn into a troubled kid, you know what I mean? And that's just in my opinion. However, if you guys are going to the grocery store to pick up groceries and it's a family outing and everybody's going, but your 16-year-old doesn't want to go, then I don't feel like that's a big deal. I feel like they should be able to stay home if they want to, unless you need their help for something like, you know, lugging in groceries. But I mean, as soon as you get there, you can just come outside and have them help you with groceries, or maybe you need help with smaller children that you have, you know, so then at that point they can help you with children. But yeah, I feel like there's certain situations where it would be okay, like the grocery store, and there's certain situations where I really don't think it should be okay, which would be like a family outing or school or a doctor's appointment or, you know, something like that that's important, you know. So that is my opinion. What is your guys' opinion? Is anybody on? It says 2 people. Hi guys, I don't know who you are. Did anybody say anything? Can I see? No? Oh, okay. I don't know how this works. Did I just make a big bump on my head? I did. Well, ignore my hair. I don't know what's going on here. So, yeah, that is my little spiel. That was actually pretty quick. I thought it was going to be longer. You guys know me. I can talk for days at a time. So, while I'm on here, guess what I got, you guys? I got a new phone. I'm so excited. Oh, hi, Foggy Brain. Yay. Somebody said hi to me. I'm such a dork. I know, right? Yeah, I got a new phone. So you guys are going to laugh at me, right? So I have an iPhone 11 that has 64 gigabytes, okay? And in the past, before I had the 11, I had the iPhone 7. I had no problems with my iPhone 7. I loved my iPhone 7, and there was no reason for me to upgrade. So I got, what was it? The iPhone 7 had 128 gigabytes, okay? I never even got close to using that storage, like, at all. And I don't know what the difference of then and now is, but when I decided to upgrade to the iPhone 11, the 64 gigabyte, I thought was going to be fine. Like, I figured that would be plenty of storage and that there was no reason to spend the extra $200 for the 128 gigabyte. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I got the 64 gigabyte, and you guys, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I have had the hardest time trying to, like, keep videos in my album, and I have to delete apps, and I will literally, like, I'll delete the app, and then if I need to use it, I'll download it, use it, and then I'll just delete it off my phone again, because I just have no space. Like, there's no space at all. And the lady, I got so mad at her. I was at T-Mobile trying to upgrade the phone, and she was like, oh, well, I just bought the extra 100 gigabytes or whatever from iCloud. That's your iCloud. That's like for pictures and music and stuff, which, by the way, it still doesn't back up. Like, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or whatever, but I still have to delete pictures. Like, it does not work. But that's not my problem. My problem is I can't have all the apps that I want because it's constantly not saying that I don't have the room. So I've been wanting to upgrade to 128 megabytes for so long, and now I finally did. So I was going to get the iPhone 12, but I'm just not that rich right now, or ever. So I just stuck with the iPhone 11, but I like the iPhone 11. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing I don't like about it. And I feel like it's pretty similar to the iPhone 12. I don't know if the iPhone 12 has something that the iPhone 11 doesn't have that I like absolutely need, but I'm happy with it. So I kept the iPhone 11. Now I have more space. I'm so excited to have all my apps and not have to delete stuff all the freaking time just to have room for whatever. Sorry for that sun. That is intense. We're loading. It says it's loading. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm done anyway. That was it. This is it. Thank you guys. Okay. So I upgraded so I wouldn't have to delete stuff. Yeah, because that's what I was constantly having to delete stuff. Like, okay, is this really, really important? Okay, and then I have to delete it. So it sucks. I don't want to have to be like that. I want to keep everything, especially with my kiddos. So, all right, that is all though. So for the 2 of you who joined my live, thank you so much. I know this was random. This was not planned. This was not timed. This was not announced. This was just wanted to try it out. So now I know, and I'm super excited. So thanks for those of you who tuned in, and like, share, subscribe, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.